Alright, this is still test 3 review, although I'm kind of wrapping it up and just skipping to problems 51 and 52, where you have to look at less than and greater than. It's important to do this without guessing or without trying to draw pictures. So how this is going to work is, first of all, the directions are right, greater than, or less than to make a true statement. These are the symbols for greater than and less than. So example, meaning you would use this symbol, greater than, for 25 is greater than 23, and this symbol, of course, for 20 is less than 25. So on this particular problem, it's fractions. No surprise. But in order to see what's greater than or less than, or how to really be able to compare this, you have to find a common denominator. Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. So finding a common denominator between 18 and 12, we do our routine. We take the large denominator, 18, and list the multiples. 18 times 1 is 18. Does 12 go into 18? No. 18 times 2 is 36. Does 18 go into 36? Yes, twice. Does 12 go into 36? Yes, 3 times. So 36 is our least common multiple. So we're going to do our usual. We change each fraction so that it has the new denominator. So 18 times 2 will give it a 36, but we have to multiply the numerator by the same number. And 12 has to be multiplied by 3 to get 36, so then the numerator is multiplied by that same number. So let's write down our new fractions. 7 times 2 is 14. We're looking for, is that greater or less than 12 times 3 is 36. 5 times 3 is 15. So is 1436 greater than or less than 15? Obviously it is less than. So we use our symbol for less than. What that means is you're point the arrow towards the smaller number, and it'll work for either one. So if you can't really remember the words, just point the arrow at the small number and you'll have the correct symbol in place. And I am going to circle our answer so we can see. So you have to change the fraction so that you have fractions with a common denominator, and then compare, because it's much easier. Alright, so we have to compare 1/2 and 2/5. So looking for a common denominator between 2 and 5, we take the larger number and list the multiples. 5 times 1 is 5. Does 2 go into 5? No. Oops. And 5 times 2 is 10. Does 2 go into 10? Absolutely. So our least common multiple is 10. So we're going to change each of those denominators to a 10. So 2 times 5 will make that denominator a 10. So then we have to multiply the numerator by 5. 5 times 2 makes it a 10, so we have to multiply the numerator by 2. Did I say 2? 5 times 2? Yeah. So now let's change our fractions. The denominator, 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2, let's put our blank in there. 10. 2 times 2 is 4. Notice how close these are. So you come out with, and remember, if you're not sure what to say, point to the small number and you will have the correct symbol, greater than. 5 is greater than 4, or 5/10 is greater than 4/10.